Well, hello there, my YouTube friends. How are you doing today? So this is gonna be video number 3 of the series on basics of how to resell. So I'm very excited to tell you about what I have to say in this video. I'm gonna divide this video in two. It's not gonna be a long video. First of all, I'm gonna talk a little bit about how to source, how and where to source, how to start, and how to progress. And second of all, at the end of the video, I'm gonna talk a little bit about myself. I haven't said who I am, where I come from. So let's start the video right away. So, okay, how and where to source. Okay, so first, number one, start with your house. I talked about this in the first video. So basically, when you start, I don't recommend that you spend a lot of money. Don't do that. Don't quit your job and start reselling because it's gonna be a disaster. It's not gonna work. Okay, so keep your 9 to 5. Don't quit and start by getting things in your home that you don't use. If you haven't seen the video number 1, I recommend you go and see that first because it's gonna explain to you step by step how to do this. All right. But basically, what you want to do is find things in your home that you don't use. It could be clothing, it could be video games, it could be music, it could be TVs, it could be electronics, anything. Cameras are great. And then research them and find out what is the sell through rate, the sell rate. All right. If you have a small place like mine, try to aim for more than 50%, 80%. Sell-through rate is the best. That means that your items are gonna sell faster than it would if they will be a low sell rate. Okay, so sourcing is everything. That's why this video is very important. Sourcing is everything. You're gonna hear that everywhere. All the YouTubers are gonna say the same, and it's real. The difference between starting with items that are low selling rate and high selling rate is crazy. Like it's a game changer. Once I started doing it and started just putting whatever I found and I thought it was cool for me, until actually researching my items and only selling high through rate items. There are some exceptions that you are going to find out once you start being more advanced. Maybe volume. Maybe you can get a lot of volume of a lot of things. Some are high sell rate, some are low sell rate, but that's different. When you start, you want to focus on item per item, research them, find what the sell rate, and only get the high rate value items. So that's gonna be number one. Okay, number two, when you finish with that, when you don't have anything else to sell and you have some money, grab that money and you're gonna reinvest it. Okay, you're gonna the first months, don't think about what profit you're gonna have for yourself, because no, everything you have to reinvest. Right, this is like a baby, so the first couple months are gonna be very expensive, everything for your baby. All right, but your store is gonna do is go to your local thrift store. Right, when you go to your local thrift store, take your time to know the store, explore and get to know, the different items that they have, different categories, and see where you feel more in tune and more happy. That is very important. Remember what I said in video number 2. You want to try to do something that you feel comfortable, that you feel happy dealing with this kind of items. But at the beginning, you're going to start just exploring, very scientific approach, and explore everything. See what you like. Maybe you like clothing, maybe you like video games, maybe you like movies or electronics, cameras. There's a bunch of things that you can resell. So see what is best for you. Then, for example, in my Goodwill, we have a discount system in place. So go to your local thrift store and see what kind of discount systems they have in place. Mine has, for example, the color system, the color of the week. Every week there's going to be a color, and that color the item that has that color tag is gonna be 50% off. So that's great. So for example, you can do that. Okay, so I know, for example, I like movies. I used to do that with movies a lot. All right, so for example, it's gonna be color green. So I will just search quickly for all the movies. When I see something that is 50% discount and is brand new, so I have two good things. I have 50% discount. So if movies are $3, I'm gonna pay $1.50 per movie, and then on top of that, they're brand new sealed. So I'm gonna grab all of those and I put them in my cart. At the end, I'm gonna research them and see the sell-through rate and decide if it makes sense to buy them. All right, but that's a good strategy you can start doing. I do that. I used to do that all the time. All right, you can research maybe toys, clothing, shoes, caps, electronics. Like I said in the video number 1, 95% of the items out there are trash. You don't want to buy them. All right, so please beware of that. Reselling looks simple and easy, but it's not complicated, but you need to follow the steps. You need to know what you're doing. If you follow the steps, if you follow the structure of what you have to do, which is in video number 1 that I recommend that you see, everything is gonna be smooth. All right, what else do I have here? Okay, oh, for example, try to get something from $5 or less that will sell for $20 plus shipping or more. Okay, so on top of seeing the sell-through rate, calculate what is going to be your profit. Remember, we pay 13% of our profit to eBay. Okay, then we pay about 5%, which is what I recommend for promotions. You're gonna pay for your item cost, and you're gonna pay for shipping products and for shipping as well. So calculate all of that to see how much you're gonna get per item. That's why buying something for $5 and selling it for 25 plus shipping, you're gonna get around $12 profits. To even depend in the item, but that's something that you want to consider. All right. Okay. Okay. Something really good, a really good benefit of going to thrift stores is that from time to time you're gonna find bolos, what we call bolos. All right. These are items that you're gonna find for $3-5, and you're gonna be able to sell for $100 or $200. They don't happen every day, but they will happen eventually for you. That happened to me. For example, there's a book that I sometimes find. I'm from Florida, so this is an educational book from Florida that I find for 50 cents or $1, and I sell them for $50. I have sold like 5 of those. All right, so you have to do the research. Not every educational book is gonna sell like that, of course not. All right, but sometimes when you find one, take a mental note, write it down, the brand or whatever, so next time you see it, you're gonna have it. And they're items that people don't even care to look. That's why you need to do research at the beginning. Is research, field work, be scientific about it. All right. Okay. Ask yourself, what do you enjoy selling the most? You have to start putting this on your mind. What is that you like to do? Consider the type of listings and pictures, because every item, every category is different. Like for example, if you're gonna take pictures of clothing, it's gonna take a while. You need to hang up a special way, you need to invest in good lighting, you need to be very precise with the description, you need to be very knowledge about the brands. So that requires more expertise. That's what I'm saying, that if you're new, don't touch clothes unless you know what you're doing. I would recommend to do something simple like media, right? Like books, video games, music, DVDs. Those are things that are easy to research, that they don't have to be so precise when you are listing them, right? And the pictures are so easy to take. yeah, 5 minutes, and you can like you can do one every 1 minute. You should be able to take the picture of a DVD five in 1 minute. Just the cover, front, back. Then you take the CD and you take the picture of the CD to show them it has scratches or not. Right? Okay. So then garage sales a little bit more advanced. Um, so always try to be nice, talk to people, and don't be afraid to bundle things and ask for a discount. People will most of the time help you with that. If you are buying a lot of things, they're gonna give you a discount. Don't be afraid of asking for discounts, because this is something that you will wanna have to. If you're afraid of that or you hate that, I'm sorry, but it's something that you need to do because this is a business. So you need to try to get, if you want to be like me and have like 50% profit, then you have to be very good at buying cheap sourcing items for shipping. Like I told you in video number 2, you need to try to be to get very cheap items, the cheaper as you can, and that means that you're gonna have to ask. Some people are not gonna be cool. You say, okay, whatever. I don't mean to disrespect. This is what I can pay you. I'm short in cash, or be honest and say, look, I resell, and you explain what you're trying to do, and that this is the max that you can pay. Some people are gonna say, great, I accept that, and some people are gonna say no. And I say, okay, if you change your mind, please let me know. Sometimes they change their mind because they cannot find anyone to sell them, or they want to sell that thing very fast, and they'll text you, hey, please come pick it up. Right? And everybody's happy. You're not hurting them. You're doing a favor. They want to sell some stuff, and you, here is what I can pay. You accept or not. That's it. That is very simple. Nobody gets hurt. Right? Then most advanced is Facebook Market. I use Facebook Market. I didn't use it at the beginning. It's kind of tricky. It's different. It's different. Or other online markets. You can even use eBay. That's another step for example, buying in bulk. But that's more advanced. So don't focus on that. Facebook Market. So you need to know what's the minimum that you or the maximum, sorry, that you're gonna pay per item. You have that in mind. You find your item, very specific what you're looking at, a specific video game that sell, or a console. I'm gonna help you with one. I'm gonna tell you one thing that sells good. For example, the PS3 CHA01. That means that you can play video games with that model that are PS1 or PS2. So if they sell for like 200 plus, if you have controllers and add video games, you can even sell them for 250 or whatever. And if you find them and if someone is selling them for $100, hey, ask 80, maybe they'll accept. If they say no, 100 is the max I will pay for one of those, and then you sell them for 220. So yes, you're paying a lot of money. That's why it's more advanced, because at the beginning you don't have that amount of money, and you shouldn't spend that amount of money. It's too risky at the beginning. But when you know what you're doing, you can do this kind of transactions that you will pay for an item $100, but you know it's gonna sell for $200 in one day. All right, so you can do that too, but that's more advanced. Just keep in mind that. All right, and that's gonna help you to create good relationships. This is very good. You have to be nice to people, talk to people. You're gonna find people that have the same passions that you do. That's why I'm saying that it's so important to sell things that you are comfortable and that you love and you have a passion, because when you go and you talk to these people, you're gonna have things to talk about, and you're gonna connect with these people. They're gonna give you their number, and now you have a contact. Amazing. All right, so that was part number 1 of the video. Now part number 2 is gonna be very quick. I'm just gonna say who I am. All right, so my name is Eduardo. You can call me Eddie. All right. I was born in Peru. I was raised in Mexico. I've been living here in Miami for about 8 years. I am married. My wife is from here, Miami. What else? Okay, so my background. So I studied in Mexico. I did a bachelor's degree in business administration, so I have a business background that helps me a lot with this kind of stuff in the store. I'm actually also a commercial pilot. I have a commercial pilot license, so I can fly planes. If you want, I have a YouTube. Well, me and my cousin. My cousin was the one that actually did the YouTube channel, but I was part of it. I was recorded, and it's really entertaining, really funny. It's in Spanish though, I think. Yeah, it's in Spanish, but it's called Aviation Brothers. So if you want to see me having fun and flying planes with my cousin, you can go there. It's called Aviation Brothers. So what else do I have? Okay, so I study a master's degree in ABA, Applied Behavior Analysis, which is that my 9 to 5 is that. I work with kids with special needs or kids with behavior problems. And I'm an entrepreneur. So I have my business. Now I do reselling. Before doing reselling, I was a trader. All right. I not actually like professional trader, but I will say like retail trader. And I will work. I actually made it kind of an advanced level where I could pass some stuff that they will give you money, a funding program. They will give me they give me like $20,000 to do that, and I was doing that. And I want to say that I stopped doing it is because it's too much time investing, too much pressure, and it's not very safe. You need to be mental sharp, and it stresses you too much. I was having already problems, depressing problems, relationship problems. It was crazy. It was taking too much time, too much. Like it was crazy, insane. And the thing is that it's not for everyone. It's mostly not for everyone because you need to be like a robot, all right? You have your how can I say your strategy that you have to follow to the tooth, and if you don't do it, then you're gonna start losing money, and everything is gonna spiral down. This is what happened with me actually more than once. So yeah, you can make a lot of money, but you actually have a lot of risk too. All right, so reselling for me is better, it's more secure, and everyone can do it. Okay, so that's what I was it for this video. Like or subscribe, and please go ahead and watch video number 1 or number 2. Very important.